Welcome, welcome. I guess we're going to go ahead and start this stream now and get on with it. Pretty much 5 o'clock, so let's go. So this is where we're at now, folks. We are either at the beginning of something new, something exciting, and something that Fender themselves, since they've put their name on it, is super proud of, or we're at the end of something that was great, that is getting parted off for parts like most big company and investment firms do to good things that's been developed. So it's either one or the other. I'm curious if anybody else, has an opinion upon this and what they think. I have an opinion. There's been some things positive since Fender has acquired PreSonus Studio One in 2021. Or PreSonus in general, not just Studio One. And there's been some negative things. And when it comes to the negative, I feel like the software side and the hardware, but the software side of things has dramatically slowed down in advancement. I remember it was just every 6 months just getting some big new feature. It was pretty good. The DAW just kept improving at a faster pace than any DAW I've dealt with in 25 years of this hobby / side hustle thing of music production. So it's mostly been a hobby, but I've done it for hire as well. But yeah, it's been positive and negative. I'm glad that a bigger company that was music based bought it instead of some private investment firm, immediately, because at least it being a music based company like Fender, who is, known for making guitars, that you'd think they'd take some pride in it. But then you harken back to when Gibson bought, what DAW was that? Was that I'm trying to remember the name of that one DAW they got. Crap, help me out here if you're in the chat. It was popular back in the 2000s. Anyhow, when Gibson used to own a DAW that was pretty popular there for a while, that was coming up quick and fast, and they pretty much ran that thing into the ground. Now it's pretty much a free DAW. Was it not Sonar? What the hell was it? I don't remember. Let's look that up. That's bothering me now. Let's see what AI has to say on just those few words. Cakewalk, that's it. When they bought Cakewalk, everybody remembers Cakewalk, right? They drove that thing into the ground, and it's never recovered. So I'm hoping this ain't going to be the case here for PreSonus. Yeah, thank you, DL1. Here we are with Fender Studio Pro 8. It's official. It's what it's going to be called from now on. It's no longer going to be called Studio One. When people say S1 in a couple years, they're not going to know what the hell you're talking about. You're going to sound like a grandpa. It's S1. Cakewalk Sonar. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. When they, but that was Gibson, not Fender. Fender generally, as a company that invests in other companies, has always tried to grow them, from my understanding. And I'm hoping this is the case here, but I don't know. I did find it odd. It just dropped on us. No warning. Just, hey, this is what it's called now, and it's Pro 8. Like, why keep the number scheme up if that's the case? That's my question. Why? You went from 7 to 8. Where's Fender Studio Pro 1 through 7? It don't exist because it's Studio One, right? But you sure don't want to call it 1. Why don't you do like the Pro Tools and FL Studio thing? Why not just put the year? Fender Studio Pro 2026. I would prefer that, honestly. You know what year it came out? That's the year that DAW is, representing and moving forward. And you're going to at least have an update every year, right? But then again, I understand the licensing side of it. So when Studio One's user base, we're used to like about every 2.5 year cycle. If we want to just outright buy the license, before we have to, upgrade to another numbered, version. So I kind of get it in that aspect. Like, well, as a customer who does like to own perpetual licenses, we don't want to be forced to have to update it every year to, for our operating system to run smoothly. So, yeah. So in that aspect, I can respect it. But, why don't just sell it as an every 2-year thing? That solves that issue. So you buy, let's say, for an example, you buy Fender Studio Pro 2026, and you're good to 2028. And then the users like myself, longtime users, could just be could just know we're in a 2-year cycle now. You know what I mean? What about Landar buying Reason Studio? Oh yeah, I just heard about that. Yeah. Reason's been pretty dead for a while. So I think Reason kind of did that to themselves. I'm not against it. Honestly, Reason's probably one of those DAWs that probably would be better off to be parted off, to be honest with you. Their synthesis abilities and how you kind of, they have some cool patches, man. Them refills and all that extra stuff. They got a lot of cool patches. And I would like just to use them as a synthesis type program, to be honest with you, personally. But I'm sure if somebody's still using Reason today, they would feel completely different because that's been their DAW for a long time. And I tried using that DAW, 15 years ago, and the audio side of things just wasn't going to do it for me, even though the MIDI stuff in it was pretty cool. Like, their patches are dope. And it's kind of difficult to, analog style type patch it in Reason without it being a clusterfuck in your mind. But yeah, I think Landar probably is going to possibly part it out in that way. I don't know. That's my thoughts. What do you think? DL1? What's your thoughts on it? I'm going to go ahead, while I'm on stream, I'm going to go ahead and install this thing. And I'm going to go ahead and review it, see if some sessions open. I probably need to close 7. What do you think could be, I'm trying to see this on my phone, improved in Reason? Oh, Lord, dude. What could be improved in Reason? I don't know. Let's start with take to layers type of recording, comp editing. But like I said, it's been 15 years since I've used it. I don't know if they've added those things or not, but back in the day, they didn't have those. Yeah, but I would say comp editing, good Lord. Just organizational-wise, when it comes to, trying to formulate a beat, and like how in Studio One you can make sections and just copy and paste and loop those sections and move them around. Like, that's cool. It'd be cool for dude. Reason ain't ever gonna have that stuff, in my opinion. But it could. Beat detective style of multi-take, comp editing, like those things don't exist in Reason, as far as I know. Yeah, it might be awesome, bro. You're right. Either the Fender change here, or Fender's just slowed things down since they've bought Studio One and Presonus. Like, let's just talk about this board here. As you can see, I'm invested in some studio in Presonus gear. when I bought this board, I bought it on pre-order before it even came out. This is the original Series 3 board, first version that came out. Was it 2018, 2017? I don't remember what year that came out. 17. I think it was early 2017. The board came out. Don't quote me on that. But I got it on pre-order, so I was one of the first to own one of these all digital flying fader boards from Presonus, and I've bought all the attachments and ear mixes and things to be able to route to mic booth over there, and drum corner back there, for monitoring, and I got my stage boxes and all that stuff. So I'm pretty invested in that aspect too, and the software. Long time user now. I've been using it for, I don't know, Studio One at least for 12 years, and I've been a Presonus customer for 20. It's called Blocks and Reason. See, it's been 15 years. I don't remember that. Yeah. I I tried getting with Reason a long time ago, a little bit, and I just use it for the instruments, bro, and to bounce things out. I tried using audio, and it was like, dude, this seems convoluted to me. But then again, maybe I didn't give it enough time. But yeah, I only reason I got into it is because another person I was trying to develop a band project with, that's what he was using, and we was trying to collaborate in that way. So I installed it and tried using it. I was Pro Tools and Adobe Audition based back in the day. So started off in Adobe Audition before it was called Adobe Audition, which was another acquisition I could talk about. It was once called Cool Edit Pro, owned by, I believe, Centrillium. That's when I started making music back in 1999. I am an old man. And I was a teenager then. I did Tasseled Corn and did some, temp work as a teenager to buy my first computer, and recorded everything the wrong way, but into Cool Edit Pro. And then I remember when Adobe bought Cool Edit Pro and rebranded it and changed the name to Adobe Audition. And then I was on it in the early 2000s and slowly made the transition mid to the late 2000s to Pro Tools. It was late 2000s, early 2010s. That time is when I transitioned over to Pro Tools. But yeah, during that era, which is strangely the same era, roughly, I tried Studio One 1, and I didn't understand it well at the time, and I just kind of glossed over it and moved on. I didn't really get on the Studio One until version 3, and then I've been stuck on it since. But anyhow, we're going to check this out. I'm going to quit blabbing. And we're going to install 8 here. Let me close 7. Yeah, save this. Oh, it's already saved. Close all. I was recording lyrics yesterday. I almost got a full verse to this song recorded. Got one more verse to go, and then I'll be releasing my first Sentient track. This is what this is. I'll get it closed down, and then I will move on. Maybe. So what do you think, a DL1? Are you a Studio One user today? It seems like you've came from Reason. What's your thoughts upon Studio One? All right, we should be able to install it now. Anybody have any thoughts on Studio One and their experience? Yeah, my studio's a mess right now. I'm about to be tearing apart the studio soon. I gotta fix this keyboard tray that I built onto this desk. It needs a little bit of tweaking, and I want to stain it to match the desk a little closer. And then I gotta pull back a few things and work on some lighting in the room. I got a light strip over there that doesn't work right, but I have Studio One Artist. Haven't gotten into it yet, but I know it's powerful. Yeah, Artist, man. Heck, they haven't done Artist in a couple years, so you must have like version 6 or 5 or something before 6, I'm assuming. I know with Artists you can't use third-party plugins and jump. I'm like, dude, I've tallied up what I've spent in the last 11, 12 years on third-party or just software in general, and I am north of $16,000 invested over in the last decade in just software, mostly third-party stuff. So I have to have that third-party ability. 6, right? And, I started off S1 Artist when I first tried it, and I didn't understand at the time, like, why can't I load any of these third-party plugins? I was like, yeah, the drag and drop's cool, but, I can't do third-party plugins, bro. And I just kind of said, eh. And at the time, I was doing projects for pay, and I couldn't, take the time to really figure out too deeply another DAW, because I was recording several local bands at the time for money. So I just had to stay with what worked and, tinker with other things, but what worked what worked for me at the time. Until it didn't work for me anymore. So, I've been, mostly Pro Tools and FL Studio and Adobe Audition based before Studio One. Those were my 3 things I would bounce around with the most. 6 allows third-party plugins. That's cool. I didn't know that. For artists. I did not know that. I wonder what it doesn't allow. Maybe, I don't know. Why is messages disappearing on my phone? It's saying message retracted. The old messages from you. That's strange. So where are you from, DL1? What part of the world are you watching from? Freaking Fender Studio Pro. Good Lord. What is this going to be about? Studio Pro 8. Huh. I'm scared to open it. Am I going to be upset? Disappointed? Is it going to be buggy? What's it going to be? First reaction. Come on, Fender. Oh, Lord. What is this? Right off the bat, what is this? Fender Connect. I don't want a Fender Connect, bro. Fuck, man. Why? Why? Y'all didn't see that. Don't look at that. Continue. Good Lord, I don't want that scene. Change the screen. Yeah, I'm still here, y'all. I just didn't want that being seen. I'm all over. I'm a truck driver that enjoys music. I am also a truck driver, bro. I've been driving for, since I quit doing studio work for, as a side hustle, as part of my careers, side careers. Yeah, I've been trucking for 12 years, man. I'm not going to say what company I drive for now because I don't want that online, but I did change companies in the last year, and I'm doing much better currently. I'm at home at the moment, as you can see apparently, but dude, I don't know why it wants me to. Man, this is annoying. Okay, I got a Fender account. Cool. Let's just log into that thing then. Good Lord. I need a be right back screen or something so I can, when I'm switching screens, I don't have to go back to that. Here, let's just go to the camera for a minute. There we go. Should be all right. Just a back camera. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I mean, that new job was the old job. Man, I worked for them for 11 years doing the same thing pretty much over and over again, and never made any more money. I mean, and I was talking to other drivers. Everybody else was slowly making more money, and I'm like, dude. I was asking, like, hey, where's my raise? Like, what's going on? And it never happened. So I went up and aimed high, so to speak, and got with the company that actually, is paying me what I should be getting paid at this point in my career. Dude, this is annoying already. Already annoying. It won't. Okay. Okay, I just blank screen. Won't authenticate. Oh my Lord. I'm just. Okay, I'm just going to bypass all that. Okay, I just exited out of that. So if anybody else is going to have issues with that, just exit out of that. That is annoying as shit. Activate with Fender Studio Pro Plus, which I believe I still have. Studio Pro. Yeah, I'm still. I don't want to sign in that way, dude. My God. It doesn't work, Fender. Look at that. Right off the bat. It's bad first impression, y'all. Doesn't work. Ain't working. Okay. Yep. Already. No shit. I'm trying to sign in with it. I don't remember how to sign. Oh my God. Let's just activate with my license key. Okay. I still have to log in, don't I? Good Lord. All right. Just go to. Yeah. I'll just go get a license key real quick. That's what I'll do. Here, let me get around your trash login, Fender. And your login is trash. Just in case you're wondering. Here, nobody look at my key. You probably can't see it with the camera, but you know. Mind your business. All right. No, I'll type in my key. Thank you. I'll just type in it. I'll just copy paste that in. Thank you. There you go. Activate. That is literally just the key y'all gave me with this. Is that not good enough for you? Is that going to be another issue? Oh my Lord. Oh my God. Let's see if I can remember a password. Hopefully that's right. Nope, it's not. Good Lord. Man, that is so irritating. Forgot my password, sure. It would be cool if you could use S1 synths and other DAWs. I mean, yeah, but why? Why would you want to use another DAW? Like, what is it? What is Studio One missing for you, or are you struggling with? I gotta send an access code to change my password. Yeah, still trying to sign in over here. Cool story. Yeah, what do you think is missing for you, man? Like, why would you want to use another DAW for Persona synths? Or, excuse me, Fender synths. Yeah, password reset time. That's where I'm at. That is where I'm at. Maybe, unless it's going to let me sign in now. It's just not. It's just not. This is what I mean, man. Like, a company will ingest another company, invest in it, and then things will start to break, and they're just like, I don't know, bro. That seems like a you problem. You committed customer, you? It shouldn't be this way, you know? Why in the world is this taking all day? It shouldn't. You know, it's just, I'm already logged in, man. Come on, dude. There we go. Oh, not my access code. Oh my Lord. Come on now. Pads, they don't match, bro. Come on now. Do they match now? Okay. Save. Sign in now. I guess I could sign in now. Fender, welcome back. All right. Okay, now I'm signing in. I have to learn it. Oh, you are mainly a Reason user. Okay. Like Reason Rack. Yeah, I thought about my old experience with Reason was not on the up and up, if you catch my drift, but I've thought about investing in just Reason to be able to use like Reason Rack, just actually use their synths. Because I really do like their patches. Activated on the computer. Cool. All right. Oh, Lord. I don't like this, man. It looks cheesy as what in the world? Scanning plugins and oh, my God. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and get back to the show here. Show y'all what I'm looking at now. I have way too many plugins too, and there's some things I'm gonna have to skip. There's a few plugins that it has installed in groups that I don't have licenses for, even though they're legitly bought. I just don't. The only way I can install them is within groups. I think it's like SSL. There's a few SSL things and that I've installed in groups and just don't have all the licenses. But Pigments. Yeah, I got what is it I have? There's one that's like Pigments I just invested in. Last year. I'm trying to remember the name of it now. Maybe I'll see it while it's scanning. It's a really cool synth. It's kind of like Serum and Pigments a little bit. I mean, I'm a big Omnisphere user, man. I love Omnispheres because they've got so many patches, and most of them sound pretty good. But yeah, there's another one I really like. I just got. I can't remember the name of it for the life of me. Drum Flow. That's one I don't have. Oh, well, I didn't have to skip it. That was kind of weird. Usually it would. Okay, well that might be an improvement. If you actually don't have a plug-in license, it ain't going to just stop you there while scanning plugins. That might be a hidden improvement I just stumbled across, because I just seen it go across the screen and it didn't pop up and say, hey, you don't have a license, and make me skip it. But then again, I usually like to disable those things as well. Dune 3 V Collection, Dune 3. Is that with Pigments? Is that what that is? Or Dune 3, is that another synth that I don't even know about? I don't know what that is. Who makes those plugins? Kilohertz. Faceplant. That's what it's called. I just seen it go across the screen. Faceplant. That is a synth I bought last year that I want to dive more into. It's extremely powerful, and at least for sound design, to me, it makes more sense on how it's set up with the GUI more than anything I've ever used. And how you can just drag over a parameter to another parameter and adjust how much it affects it, or inverse affects it. Dune 3. I'll have to check out Dune 3. That's the first I've heard of it, man. When I hear Dune 3, I think of like Dune the movie series. But Dune 3. This scan and plugin thing is going to take forever, isn't it? $281 out of $1388. I mean, I'm just scratching the surface. I do not like this screen. The start screen here it looks like something from early 2000s. It's kind of cheesy looking. This Fender Studio Pro start graphic. I don't know. Yep, I'm trying not to be too judgmental. I still like Diva also. Yeah, I need to invest in Diva. I tried the demo of it years ago and it was really awesome. I just didn't buy it. And I know it was on sale recently and I was like, nah, do I need it? I feel like I got so many plugins, dude. Sometimes I'm like, do I really need another? You know what I mean? I question myself if I actually need another all the time. Like, do I really need it? I mean, I want a lot, but do I need it? And I probably should have bought it. Honestly, Diva is pretty cool. Instead, I bought myself a Stream Deck for this junk. So I just did buy that and learning how to set that up, which is right. If you see, I'm on the left top corner of your screen. It's right over here. So just so I could change scenes easily, and I was trying to make shortcuts for macros and stuff in Studio One. I was wanting to learn how to do that and become more button oriented while I'm in here, so I can just be faster editing and just different editing and mixing workflows to be improved upon quickly. And plug-in rehab. Yeah, dude. I've been pretty good in the last year. I've really become more frugal. I've invested so much. I mean, I was averaging probably like $2,000 a year in plugins, probably, roughly. I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, I just hit a point like, dude, I got so much now. I really don't feel like I need anything, dude. So what I need is time. That's something you can't buy. I need time. I need more time in the studio, time to write, time to be creative. I mean, I'm always working on the house or going to work. You know, how it is as a trucker, 60 plus hours. I have a hard time feeling inspired in the truck anymore, dude. After I work 12, 13 hours, man, I just want to pull over, eat something, go to bed, wake up, and go again so I can get home earlier throughout the week. I don't want to have 12, 13, 14 hours of, downtime in a truck and try to get creative in the truck just to steal away from home time where I would rather be creative in here. You know what I mean? So I could do some editing, mixing in the truck while I'm waking up for, 20, 30 minutes. That's about the extent of anything I do in the truck anymore. I even bought an Atom for the truck, and I've had fun with it a little bit, but again, dude, I just don't feel very inspired in the truck anymore. I got one of them type of jobs now that you can get up and roll pretty much almost daily within, 11, 12 hours of your shutdown, generally. And it's so close to my home, the DC is, or I should say, not the DC, I should say the terminal, quote unquote, so close to home that I can come home fairly often. I don't think I have the stereo imager. Let's go ahead and just, I don't have that one. I have the transformer vintage. Okay. I do not have the violet EQ. Disable. I have the native bus. There it is. There's one that's came up, asked me about a license. Let's disable that one. I don't have flex verb. I don't have vocal strip by SSL either. And I don't have native XComp. I'm not going to have the EQ. I wish these would stop popping up right where you need to disable it. Like, that's annoying. Studio One did that too, but bro. What kind of music you make, DL1? I'm assuming, since it's synthesis based, I'm assuming it's either like EDM, hip hop, or something like that. I might have to follow you here in a minute, bro. Follow your page. I don't have the X saturator. I wonder if I can do that easily from the app. Go to channel. Yep, just subscribe to you, man. That was easy. Got you a new subscriber. Hip hop. Cool. Yeah, I'm hip hop and mixed metal, and I don't even like calling my music hip hop. It's just some strange stuff sometimes. You don't post online? I'll live stream some garbage. I'll make some garbage and just live stream it and not care. You should check out some of my garbage live streams, bro. But yeah, man. Yeah. Been doing music production for the majority of my life now, so I'm in my early 40s, and I started in '99, so what's that, 27 years of my life. What's my favorite plugins? Favorite plugins, like, you talking about like VST, virtual instrument plugins, or are you talking like effects plugins? Or just individual plugins? I mean, if I was going to vote individual plugins, one that I like on my mix bus, one of my mix bus buses, I like the SPL Iron. I wish I had a real one of those. The SPL Iron, dude, as a very mute compressor, is a nice sweetener to put on a bus. However, it will kind of bloat the low end in a smooth way. It's hard to explain. It will boost the low end in perception. So my mixing style is, I want to be able to mix on the individual track level and individual, comp, or the, bus level into my mix bus setup. I will compensate. So I want it to maintain the intention on the individual track level if I could turn it on and off. I don't even want gain to be changed, but point being, I'll compensate before the SPL Iron and do a low shelf down to compensate what it tends to boost up in perception. But other than that, like, it does a thing where all the instrumental just becomes, everything begins to play better together. But yeah, the SPL Iron, it adds like a subtle saturation, and just smooths out an instrumental. Other favorite plugins, I mean, it's kind of hard not to love Ozone. I mean, I'm pretty sure most people will love that or something adjacent to it, like by FabFilter. But I have the whole FabFilter collection. I love the FabFilter stuff, Saturn, all that. Pro Q3, Pro Q4. Pro Q4 is actually, I just got it. That's one of the few plugins I bought this last year and upgraded to. I was like, yeah, it's time to upgrade. Check it out. And it's actually pretty good, the spectral stuff. Speaking of which, I like Sue too. I mean, there's a lot of plugins. It's kind of hard to say a favorite. I have a most used list. I mean, when it comes to creative effects, I really like the output stuff. Like Output Portal's cool for glitchy, weird, granular glitch stuff. Cable Guys, they make some awesome plugins. I love their plugins. Man, it's kind of hard to. I got so many. And like when I get in the flow, dude, I don't even think about it. I just grab what I intend to grab and go. Trying to think of other favorite plugins. When it comes to instruments, like drum plugins, like Superior Drummer 3, like when you want a real drummer type of setup, and I love their effects. How you can still like get on my MIDI kit. I have a MIDI kit back there, and I can get on that kit and play in low latency and pretty much mix the drums with their included plugins in low latency and like clip them with tape saturation and all that shit and get it to sound pretty polished with just one program. That's really dope with their mixer. And I'll multi-out it, but still, I really don't need any DAW, a third party, anything to make drums sound awesome in that and realistic. Or somewhat realistic. I mean, I like, Native Instruments battery. Heck, I like the stock PreSonus Impact. I mean, that's dope too. There's a lot that I like. It's hard for me to really narrow it down, but I would say if it came to mix bus, I mean, SPL Iron I lean on heavily. Like, to me, that thing took my mixes up quite a few notches. And even my vocal bus will get like an SPL Iron. And I make sure all the audio that I mix, it will go through an SPL Iron at some point. I love that plugin, and it's hard to explain what it does. You can just hear it. It massages everything, bro, and it just makes that low end just sit so much nicer. What's your favorite plugin? This stream would probably go a lot better if it wasn't for me having so many plugins. Speaking of which, there it is, SPL Iron. It just scanned. That's my bitch. Of course, I love Omnisphere. Yeah. There's another one. I was just rescanning it as a probably VST3 or something. Disable. 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 Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. It's kind of hard to talk about favorite plugins. There's one that I commonly use and I'm pretty fond of, and definitely the SPL Iron comes to mind. Ozone comes to mind. FabFilter Pro Q comes to mind. But I use a lot of stock stuff too. LOL, so desperate. What's so desperate? FDS Patu. My battery's taking a minute to load. I wonder if I keep this over here, if it'll stay over here. Recently bought Filterverse, but haven't made time to use it. Huh, Filterverse. Is that the company that makes that? I like the Kilohertz stuff, even though their GUI looks, their plugins look kind of weird, but they make some useful stuff. I'm just really getting into those. Oh, the disable part, I got the same problem opening S1. Yeah, I know, man. I mean, once you disable the plugins, once you go through your first install, then after that, it's usually pretty cool for that version. Once you bought the Kirchhoff EQ, I mean, I've heard good things about the Kirchhoff. I thought about buying it. I was like, nah, I got Fat Filter. Polyverse, Filterverse. Huh. So it's by Polyverse. It's wild how many plugin companies that exist nowadays. It's really cool. But if you go back, 10 to 15 years ago, there was only a few players in the game. Now it's just they're everywhere, and it's good. Like it has made competition between companies, better. However, a lot of them are still kind of doing the same thing, but I would say at least quality has gotten better. Yeah, this is not Studio One 8, bro. They're not even calling it Studio One anymore. They're calling it Fender Studio Pro 8. Studio One is dead. That is a name of the past. Wild, right? And if I sound funny, my bad. My mic is way over here. I can't even touch it. Yep, it's Fender Studio Pro. Man, I didn't think it was going to take 45 minutes to get this freaking thing installed, dude. Ridiculous. Ridic. Oh, we're getting close, though. We are getting close. Yeah, I mean, it's weird. You would think now that their name is on it, not Presonus as a subsidiary to their company. Now that it's Fender, you would think that Fender has to rest on the laurels of their name being on it now. If they care about their name, I mean, this is them either committing or omitting and just being done. It's one or the other. I mean, time will tell. I don't really use Splice like that. Like, whatever. I don't want to. I don't want to do it. Okay. Are we going to load soon? That'd be cool. I just want to see what the screen looks like, because I am curious. Yeah, I mean, that's what the SPI iron is. I mean, it's an emulation of hardware. But I agree. I mean, it's cool to get... I mean, there's some things that, just regular VSTs that are not emulating hardware that hardware can't do, and vice versa. There's things that hardware can do that VSTs struggle to try to emulate and can, like, halfway do, but just... it's not 100% the same. Yeah, to completely lose... the Studio One name. I mean, I've been calling it S1 for short for years now. Now I got to call it FSP or FS. I don't know how to feel about it. I mean, I don't even own a Fender guitar, bro. I got a 7-string, you know, and I got an Ibanez over there, and yeah, connect to my MIDI devices, bruh. Okay. Hopefully this doesn't suck ass. Now we gotta scan my presets, bro. What is wrong? Come on, man. It has been a long time since I've changed versions of something, and I'm not going to commit to this till I know it's, you know, solid. I'm not going to do any real work in this. I might open some real work and see how it functions, but I'm not going to save it. That's something Fender Studio Pro should do in the future. Have a conversion layer. So, like, kind of like in Pro Tools. Like, if somebody's on, let's say, Pro Tools from 2020, I don't know if this is how it used to be. Hopefully it's the same way today. I'm pretty sure somebody from Pro Tools from 2020 could still open a session from somebody using Pro Tools from 2025. Just might be missing some, you know, a few features that were being used, and it might. But there should be some reverse compatibility. Well, there is reverse compatibility. There should be some forward like compatibility, like, or you should be able to save a session, and then maybe you get a window saying, "Hey, you need to bounce this or that," so it can open in a older version if you're going to share it with somebody on an older version. Like, there should be some kind of conversion layer that's smart, that works for people. Man, I got to do this. Yeah, activate all that. What's sad is years ago I bought like a lot of these add-ons, and then now it's just part of, you know, the bundle. So, like, I've put a lot of money into PreSonus and this Fender. Man, that is strange to look at, dude. I do not like the glowing blue at the top of the screen. I don't like it. I don't like it. That's just me. I'll be damned. You know what? I'll buy a Fender like P-Bass or something. If they don't ruin my DAW, I'll actually maybe buy some Fender stuff. Don't ruin my stuff. I wonder if they're going to change the name of their mixers now too to Fender Studio Live and all that stuff. Do not ruin my DAW. If so, I will commit to trashing you online the rest of my existence online. Trash what I love, and I'll trash what you love. Man, oh man. Curious to see what's new in this as well. I wonder if there's release notes, or this is doing what it's doing. I wonder if there's going to be release notes. Release notes. Download release notes. Okay. And I noticed they have installer for ARM Windows 64 for this now, which is cool. Purchases have been activated. Great. All right. Do I have to do it again? Why is that still open? Oh, I just did it again like a moron. Okay. Well, you think that would have closed? Did it download release notes? It did. Okay, let's look at them. Version 8, release notes. Studio One upgrade customers, please note, Fender Studio Pro is installed as a new application and doesn't overwrite your previously installed version of Studio One. Both versions can be run on the same computer, yada, 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 yada. We all know this. The initial Fender Studio Pro 8 release adds the following new features and improvements. Plug-ins and virtual instruments. Fender Mustang native and Rumble native plugins. Fender Studio Pro 8 introduces the first ever Fender design native effects plugins. Mustang native and Rumble native. Mustang native is based on Fender's massively successful Mustang line of DSPs. Okay, let's not do that again. Sorry about that, y'all. Yes, restart it. Where was I at? Native Mustang. Dang it! I'll just wait. I'll read that when this is done loading, and then I'll check it out. Scanning sound sets. So you guys, subscribers to Studio One, or you just checking this out because I get to check it out? And where you from, FDS Patu? Is that how you say her name? Patu. Kind of reminds me of pew pew, like a gun, but Patu too. FDS Patu. Man, back to reading. Mustang Native is based on Fender's massively successful Mustang line of DSP bass guitar amplifiers and features 39 guitar amp models. Oh, that sounds cool. As well as 7 stomp box effects. Mustang Native offers a built-in tuner and comes with more than 200 presets. So I wonder if Empire's still in here. Oh, Lord. I do have a dog in here, if anybody's wondering. Back there, licking herself in front of the drum. You're okay, sweetie. Stay back there. Starting external devices. Well, why is that taking all day, bro? That is crazy. 7 ain't like that. We'd have done moved on by now. Come on now. Oh, because it didn't pop up the window until I clicked on something else. There we go. I think you make this not a thing. Like, just if you need to reconnect something, you know you need to go reconnect it. You know, just freaking start and let's go. Or make the pop-up actually be visible. Come on now. All right. I'm kind of scared to do this, but I'm going to go ahead and open a beat. Or, no, I'll open I'll open what I played the beginning of the stream. We was working on this yesterday, if it'll let me. It ain't really hovering over anything. It's not really... Oh, that's strange. Not letting me click on anything. Is there something else popped up here? No? Huh. See, nothing's highlighting, and I can't really double click or open anything. Is it frozen? Retrieving feed, please wait. Is it trying to retrieve the news feed? I can't minimize it. What is going on, dude? Let's get rid of some things in the background happening. Like, I don't need some things on. Okay. Let's read what else is new. Studio Verb is a new algorithmic reverb effect covering a wide range of sounds and applications from small drum rooms to massive and lush artificial spaces. Its tactical user interface and comprehensive set of tone shaping controls are an innovative for creative sound design. That is weird to word it like that. Let's reread that sentence. Its tactical user interface and comprehensive set of tone shaping controls are an innovative for creative sound design. They should just drop the word and said tone shaping controls are innovative for creative sound design. That would have made more sense. Anyhow, while the large display provides visual feedback on current effect settings, the unique ping button opens new possibilities for shaping reverbs. It sends a short burst of noise into the reverb, triggering the full frequency spectrum of the effect signal, allowing users to shape their reverb sound intuitively with better audible feedback than any other instrument could provide. Studio Verb also provides additional controls for center and sub level while using a multi-channel surround signal path. That is kind of interesting, not going to lie. Voice effects. A new voice effect plugin has been added to Fender Studio Pro for compatibility with Fender Studio. Vocoder, ring modulator, filters, transform, delay, detune. Okay. Updated VU meter, nobody cares. Impact sample 1, extension loop, crossfade time. Okay. Impact and sample 1 now offer more control over crossfade length with the sample it set to loop playback mode. The maximum length of the crossfade is limited only by the length of the loop itself, allowing for smooth transitions and creative sound effects. Yeah, you can get some clicking and popping issues. Hopefully that crossfade's a lot better. I mean, I was hoping for more in Impact, so there is another thing. So sample fade in and out controls. Okay, yada yada. I already get what that's going to be. You can manually edit the file tempo, the sample. Okay, I don't need to read that. Double speed, half speed, quickly, and that's cool. Send a new sample 1 pad option. Okay, yep. So you can further extending the interaction capabilities between the native samplers and Fender Studio Pro. Impact has a send to a good lord. Impact now has a send to new sample 1 option. This option is useful when a drum sample such as 808 needs to be played at different pitches controlled from a keyboard. That is real interesting. That could be a game changer if that is implemented right. Because there goes kind of like the FL Studio workflow, but with Impact when it comes to be able to change the pitch on a keyboard. That is curious. New modulation matrix. Sample 1 got even more powerful as a sound designing tool with the addition of a complete modulation matrix similar to presence in MiTi. The mod matrix offers up to 16 patch points with each with 14 sources and 24 destinations. This includes all modulation connections already provided as fixed knobs on the main window, as well as newly added destinations. Sample start, sample end, fade out, loop shift, loop length. All within sample 1. Okay, that's cool. You can actually do more effects, essentially, to sample 1. Arranging and editing. Arrangement overview. The new arrangement overview in Fender Studio Pro provides a bird's eye view of a full arrangement covering all tracks and the complete length of a session, even when working on a small display such as a notebook computer screen. Use the highlight rectangle to identify what's currently visible on the arrangement below. Yada yada yada. Got it. Audio to note conversion. Powered by state-of-the-art AI and machine learning technology, the new extract beats and extract note options are opening a window to excite. Okay, that's cool because I'd usually that's interesting right there too. Audio to note conversion, because there's a lot of times I have to analyze what something is doing musically, like if I'm playing guitar or somebody else is, and I'm trying to figure it out and program some MIDI and figure out the key a little bit more precisely, and if it's got a strange like 7th or 9th added to it, if just kind of to understand how to make things fit musically better. I usually have to open up Melodyne, analyze it Melodyne, then convert it to MIDI that way. If this skips a few steps and just does it for you, that would be really cool. That would save time. Chord track, chord recommendations. Ooh. Since its introduction, the powerful chord track has become an indispensable tool for songwriters, composers, and producers. With Fender Studio Pro, the chord track is even more powerful with the addition of Chord Assistant, which provides chord recommendations based on any existing chord progression. That's interesting. So music theory is being implemented into the DAW for you in the chord track. That is cool. Just add a new chord next to the existing chord of a chord progression, and a matching chord will be assigned based on a probabilistic model built from thousands of chord progressions. Interesting. Musical metronome. Okay, they have polyrhythmic metronomes now. More polyrhythmic metronomes. That's cool. I don't have to read that. I just got the gist of it. Oh, this is interesting for me as a, okay, I'm gonna get out of here. It's whatever. I'll get that. That's a whole lot to read. Has this loaded yet? Now I can actually use it. Great. I had to get the news before I could open a session. That's dumb. All right, opening a session, seeing how it works. It's almost time for me to have another cup of coffee. While it's loading, good Lord. Read this real quick. Support for external cue mix devices, ear mix. I have those. Fender Studio Pro offers a powerful internal cue mix system, allowing users to set up multiple independent monitor on headphone mixes, only limited by the number of available outputs on the connected audio device. Cue mix sends are created automatically on every channel for every cue mix, as soon as they're created inside the I/O setup window. Fender Studio Pro adds a second option for cue mix sends. For use with external cue mix systems such as PreSonus EarMix, it is not required to have every cue mix send on every channel. This use case is now supported with the addition of a manual cue mix option. That might be useful for me. Get more use out of my ear mix system. All right, let's see if this thing runs smoothly at all. I'm gonna hit play and I'm gonna shut up.
Silent echo for those that chose to
right off the bat, things I've noticed that I haven't read yet in the release notes. For one, the visual GUI is quite a bit different. And this jumped out to me. The green Z is now just a green D, which kind of makes sense. Enable direct monitoring, right? However, that makes you want to look at that menu and see if those options are the same. Processing. Okay. It did keep my maximum 2048 on the processing side, single 32-bit. See, that could be confusing. Enable direct monitoring for instruments. Like, that makes sense, you know, but terminology-wise, direct monitoring is not going through plugins. But this is going to be going through plugins. So I kind of get why Presonus called it Z, because it's supposed to be zero latency, is what that's supposed to indicate. Where terminology-wise, direct monitoring means direct. You're not getting any additional processing, which this is additional processing. So I don't know how to feel about that, but I think, you know, maybe the lingo and terminology is going to change. It is what it is. So if you, just so nobody's confused, that should mean. Here, I can test it. Let's go over and find a guitar track. Like at the end of the song, I'll go ahead and just show that. And this is a rough mix, by the way. I need to do a lot of vocal mixing still, but. Where's that? There, guitar bus. There we go. So I should be able to turn that on. Hopefully it was low latency. Plug into the bass here. Maybe. Dog's at my feet now. Well, I probably have too much going on for low latency, but yeah, it's going to drop out. I got to disable some things on my mix bus for that to probably work. Turn it back on. Come on. Let's go. Yeah, so that's what that is. It's zero latency monitoring. They're calling it direct monitoring now. Just want to make sure that still worked as intended, which I'm sure it would have. But anyhow, yes, that works. So that's still a thing. That's cool. My dog is up my ass right now, wanting my attention. So right off the bat, GUI is different. Let's check out some of these effects now. I mean, I don't know how to feel about the visual either. Like, I liked the way it looked before. I mean, this is all right. This is still pretty all right. Seems to be a little bit more on the more blue side, which is kind of strange that Presonus is, you know, blue. That makes sense for Presonus, but Fender's more, you know, red on the logo. So you'd think they'd want to shift it to the red. Fuck, I don't know. But Fender, here's some Fender plugins. Oh, never mind. That's his Presonus plugins. That's going to be something that's going to take some time to get used to. Is, oh, these look different too. Oh my God. So I'm just going to open one to look at it. I'm not saving anything here, so it doesn't matter. Oh, analog delay looks completely different. I don't know if I like that or not. Okay. Well, the chorus look different. Sure fucking does. Everything says Fender on it. Like, they're big on those, big on that branding right now. So you would think with the effort just to even get their logo put more on things that they would be, yeah. Everything has been updated GUI wise so far. I guess I'm gonna check out this Mustang. What's up with this Mustang? Native. Plug back in the bass and just get a good feel for it. Calm down, sweetheart. You just calm down. So I will just turn all those off. Keep them on, screw it. Now, yeah. Interesting. Use Uber metal. Okay. Let's plug back into bass and see how uber metal that is. Because he's pretty much on a metal preset to start with, as before. Now that's off on that channel. Let's see what this sounds like. What am I missing here? Just as pedals, so there's not an amp block here. Am I misunderstanding this? I think I'm misunderstanding this. I thought this was going to be like, you know, complete amp simulation. Let's add a block, I guess. It's just those. I mean, it showed an amp though, right? Okay. Why is that not direct monitoring itself? Like, I don't hear that, dude. And there's a cab. Nothing's changing. I mean, it looks nice, but it's not. It's not doing the thing, bro. Like the, you know, Fortinwood or Native Instruments or Native Helix Native. Try that again. Maybe there we go. Now it's working. All right. Maybe. Still got latency. Come on. There we go. No, it's definitely direct monitoring that plug. How is it your own plug-in of modeling Fender, where these third parties will process and work? How is it your own does not, though? It will not process it like, for instance, let's turn this off. Let's go to the left speaker. Fortin will. Like Fortin will work. See, Fender? Hold up. Give it a second. There we go. I mean, blah, blah, blah. It is green and processing, where this over here will maintain blue. Do I need to get it up top? Is there some kind of weird thing going on with that? Let's try it again. You can hear it trying. Like, it will work until it is live, and then it is really direct monitoring when it kicks on. Yeah, it stays blue. That was nothing now. Oh, well, it kicked off. Try it again. Still not compensated for the delay. Come on, let's go direct. Like, this might be a really cool amp modeler if, you know, if you can actually play through it. Like any other plugin. It's just not calculating what it needs, and it's bypassing it. What's going on? Got to work on that, Fender. ASAP. As soon as freaking possible. Come on, man. Yeah, it's still not. Oh, now it's working. That's the first time it's worked. Now it's green. Why is that? Why is it the first few times it wasn't, though? But I never had an issue with, Nero DSP or Helix Native to do it. Now it's working, and it sounds good. I'm not going to lie, it sounds really good. Yeah, that's good. Cool. Well, Fender needs to make sure that works every time and can calculate the compensation needed. So we're going to take that off and move on. So that's cool. What else we got? Ooh, red light district even looks different. Oh, wow. I mean, that's an improvement, I think. I don't know. Where's the input-output faders? Mix. Okay, that's the out. That's the in now. Okay. I don't know if I like that or not. I'll have to get used to that. It'd be cool if they had more types added, but they haven't. Like, this needs an update. Red light district. Like, we need a lot more different saturation types. I love what's in here. They do not need to change. But we need more types. And maybe a few more filters. That would be cool. Okay, so this has been made mostly a vanity refresh. The hell is Rumble native? What is this again? Let's look at that. Oh, Rumble's for bass. Oh, I need to check that out. Oh, Lord. I mean, this might be really cool if they could just get them to work. 'Cause I like the way these look. And right off the bat, it sounds pretty decent. Like, it was pretty all right. Dirty Rumble. Let's go with that. Screw it. Grab the bass again. I am interested in these. I really am. All right, Fender. Now that I've already had a good first impression, other than the calculated latency has not been as stable as it's needed to be. You make Studio One better and better, and actually keep investing in it, and I'll buy one of your DSP pedals. If this is what your DSP pedals are running, which I've had a good first impression on the quality right off the bat. Okay, that's what I'm going to see if this is going to have trouble calculating as well. Let's go. Huh. Yeah. It just died. Okay. See, it's not... You got to make that work. It has to be able to calculate the plugins latency versus the latency of the session, and then, work. And your plugins that are native are having a hard time doing that. And that needs to be solved. There we go. Apparently it needs to be up towards the top of... I mean, everything's disabled above it, but something about the order of the plugin has an effect on direct monitoring. So maybe it is a DAW issue. That also needs to be addressed. All right. Yeah. I will buy your pedal if it's based upon these and there's interoperability between this and your pedal, and you make Studio One awesome. I will invest. Anyhow, those are cool additions, especially for people who don't want to spend extra money on third-party amp models, because it seems to me that you got a good amount of decent sounding cabs to start with. Let's look at it again. Maybe. Yeah, got a bunch of cabs to start with. And then, where's the amp selection? That's what I want to look at. Is there... Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Well, it looks there. You can change sag and some cool settings too. But tube bias, gate. That's not too impressive. How do you change amps? Like, is there an amp selection? Of course, there's other amps, right? Here, let's just go ahead and get rid of this amp. Can we do that? No. All right. Yeah. There's pedals. And of course, there has to be other amps, bro. Not master them all. It's... Yeah, how do you change the amp, though? Like, where... There has to be a simple way to change the amp, right? What am I missing? Anybody got a clue? Give me a comment how we change amps here. 'Cause I have no clue. It's like a next button. Swipe left. That's just okay. Is it up here? No. How do you change the damn amp? See, amp set replace. Is that it? That's it. You gotta hit replace. All right. Cool. They do have a whole lot of amps to choose from. There we go. Oh man. Yeah, dude. Like, this might be freaking awesome if they just make it work smoothly. There is a lot to choose from here, and the GUI seems cool once you learn it. I had a struggle with it for a minute. 5150 type stuff. I mean, come on, bro. Orange. I mean, they got options. EVH type stuff in here. Yeah, this is actually pretty cool. I'm going to start using this. It might be really cool. So, give Fender an applause for that. For adding that to the software. That is cool. I don't want to say, what am I doing? Don't do that, Randall. So those are some of the new plugins. Voice effects. This is interesting too. I want to get a look at this. Vocal. Oh, there's... I thought it'd be like a rack. It is a rack, right? Okay, they're like... This could be more like the guitar effects. And, you know, have a... We can actually create a rack. Would be cool. Ring modulator. I might have to dive in that at another time. That could be cool. Interesting. All right, what was new about this again? Anything anybody wants me to check out on this before I get off? I'm probably going to get off here in the next 5 minutes. QMix system, I already read that. Inspector, view options. drum metronome, which is like a false drummer, like a drum machine, essentially for a guitarist, is what I get out of that. Oh, they have Fender interfaces apparently now too. Fender Quantum LT audio interfaces. Interesting. Oh, and they have support for the Fender Toemaster Pro right there. The Fender Toemaster Pro is not only an extremely powerful guitar amp and effects workstation with the latest firmware, Toemaster Pro acts as a transport remote control for Fender Studio Pro 8. Interesting. So they are trying to make it like plug and play for guitar players. I don't think they added too much for beat creators in here, which really they need to keep pushing that agenda. That's pretty much it. Interesting. Well, my first impressions is so far okay. Nothing seems to be devastating. The session did run smoothly. This is a pretty process intensive session with a bunch of mixed bus things going on, and seems to be doing okay. I think the GUI can grow on me. I was really fond of 7. This is, I don't know, more rounded edges everywhere, I think, and everything kind of, you know, it's reminding me more of Cubase now, though, oddly. It's already a lot like Cubase, but channel overview. The whole channel I haven't looked at this yet. Well, this is interesting. Very interesting. It's showing my Pro Qs in there as if it's a channel. Wow. Macro knobs and helix. Oh, Lord. Well, this is very interesting here. Channel overview. That might be a really cool addition here. But that's going to take some time for me to dive into. Anyhow, I'm going to hop off here, close this, save nothing. No. And hop off here. I don't know how to feel about the name change other than hopeful partially. Like, Fender's putting their name on stuff. They took the time to invest in changing all the graphics, and they've added some guitar simulation software and a few other life improvement features across the DAW when it comes to arrangement. Apparently the arranger track and metronome stuff, and with the impact with crossfades. So they have done some things. They've added a brand new window channel overview that I barely just looked at, but that could be promising. Balls in your court, Fender. I mean, nothing we can do as users other than stop investing if we don't like what you do. I like what you've done so far. Other than this blue glowing thing at the top of the screen, I can live without that. It'd be cool if I can, like, choose that. I don't want to necessarily look at blue. I'm more of a crimson red guy myself. So yeah, it's so far so good, other than maybe some load times can be improved upon opening the DAW. The direct monitoring for your guys' guitar sim plugins needs to work every time, no matter the position of the plugin on the channel. That might be an issue to be addressed right off the bat as a first impression. I can get used to this GUI. It's going to be hard for me to get used to calling it Fender Studio Pro. Like, I might just call it Studio Pro. I don't know. But your name's on it now. I mean, you do own it. You've had it since 2021. You've had it for 5 years. It is a Fender product. Now I hope it lives up to a high standard and you guys I hope you guys dominate and do well. Make us happy. And with that being said, I'm going to hop off here. Unless there's any comments or questions for a hop off here. If not, I'm going to go ahead and get up off here. All right, later, y'all.